Fine.
It's good.
Hi.
And Nikolai, hello.
Hi.
And Israel,
Hello.
hi. Just trying to sort out my... there it is. Okay. So I think there should be one more person. Let me double check and log you in at the same time. No, there are three of you. So there was four. Now there are three, so you're all here. Great. So do you know each other? Have you had class together before?
Yeah, with
Yes,
Nikolai.
yes.
Okay. Israel, have you had class together before with Leonid? No?
Yes. Yes.
And Nikolai. Okay. So my name is Claire. I will be your teacher today. Okay. And let me share my screen with you. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Today's class is I'm looking for a place. Please read the screen, Leonid.
Practice reading advertisements for houses and apartments. Learn new vocabulary and practice making comparisons.
Okay. Do you understand?
Yes.
No, somewhat, I don't know.
Which one?
Comparisons.
Okay. So that's when you compare one thing to another thing. Say,
Сравнение.
how does this look to that? Okay. Do you
Okay.
understand?
So yes, I know this one.
Okay, good. So, Nikolai, please read the screen.
I want to rent my own apartment. How much is the rent and deposit?
Okay. So we're going to do a few words and then I will read the top and ask one of you to read the sentences below, okay? So rent. Israel.
I pay rent to live in an apartment.
Okay. Deposit. Leo.
I must also pay a deposit when I am moving.
To settle down. Nikolai.
I would like to settle down and buy an apartment.
To rent. Israel.
We sign a contract to rent our apartment.
Utilities. Leo.
I must also pay utilities like heating and electricity.
Mhm. So please read the screen, Nikolai.
I'm renting a small apartment now. Next one, me too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to settle down in a nice neighborhood.
Okay. And whew, I'm terribly sorry. Israel, please read these two.
Okay. How much is the security deposit? I want to rent an apartment that is now too expensive.
Okay. And Leo, can you read these two, please?
Utilities are included in the rent. We are settling down in quiet neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you understand all of these words now?
Um, what is settling down?
Okay. Means that you are getting used to.
Mm,
So you have moved into an area, moved into a new apartment, and you are getting used to the area. You feel more comfortable in the area now
mm,
or in the house. Okay?
mhm.
Yeah? Okay, good. So now I want you to match your sentences, okay, with the numbers to the letters. So can Leo do numbers 1 and 2, please? And then can Nikolai do number 3? And then Israel, can you do 4 and 5, please? Okay?
I'm looking for a cheap apartment. The rent cannot be too high.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm buying my house. I'm not renting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nikolai?
I don't want to live in a big city. Um, um, I want to settle down in the country.
Mm-hmm.
I did not buy my apartment.
Oh, that one is for Israel.
Oh,
But you can do
sorry.
it if you want to. It's okay.
I didn't buy my apartment. I am renting it for a short time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay for utilities. You only pay a deposit and rent.
Very good. Okay. So which word doesn't belong in this on this page?
Neighborhood.
Mhm.
Do
Yeah,
you agree, Israel?
neighborhood too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Because all of the others talk about what you need when you rent an apartment. Neighborhood is the area you live in. Okay. So we use the preposition for with verbs like search and look. Usually these verbs are in the present continuous form, okay? Please read the screen, Leo.
I'm looking for a new apartment. She's searching for a house with a garage. We are looking for a place with low rent.
Okay? Do you understand it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you make a sentence for me, Nikolai, using for? Okay?
Um, I'm
Remember, search or look, okay?
mhm. I am searching for new information for my job.
Okay? And Israel, can you make a sentence for me using for?
With I am looking or
You choose one.
okay. I am looking for or look
Okay.
or for.
Looking for.
Okay. We are looking for a for a car to move on. What
A car to buy.
car to buy?
Okay. And Leonid?
I'm searching for a new swimming pool where I can train.
Okay. So remember to use much with uncountable nouns and many with countable nouns. Do you remember which ones are countable and uncountable?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so give me an example of a countable noun, Leonid.
Pen, pencil, table.
Okay. And can you give me an example of an uncountable noun, Nikolai?
Water.
Mm-hmm. Can you give me an example of a countable noun, Israel?
Apples.
Yes. Okay, good. So remember you're using much with countable nouns and many, much with uncountable and many with countable, okay? So we also use much with comparative adjectives. So when you want to when you have a word that you can use to compare to, then we use much. Okay. So please read the screen, Israel.
How much is the rent? How many rooms are there? I have so much space in my new house. We have many bedrooms in my new house. My new apartment is much more expensive than my old apartment. My new apartment has many more cupboards than my old apartment.
Okay. So can you make a sentence to me, Nikolai, using much?
How much money do you need?
Okay. And Leonid, can you make a sentence to me using many?
How many words I need to know for fluent English?
Mm-hmm. And Israel, can you make a sentence to me using much, please?
With much?
So, yeah, much.
Much, okay. How much cereal do you want?
Okay. Nikolai, can you use much with a comparative adjective for me, please?
I am I am drinking water much more than coffee.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So complete sentences, okay? Can Leonid, can you do number 1, please? And then can Nikolai do 2 and 3, and Israel will do number 4.
I'm searching for a new place.
I'm looking for a 2-bedroom apartment in the city. I want to move in next month.
I hope the rent is not too high.
Okay. Okay, so correct the mistakes in the text below as you read it, okay? So Nikolai, can you read the text, please? Read the first sentence. If there's a mistake, correct it.
I am rent a new apartment in New York City. It has much rooms and a large kitchen.
So this one, do you see any errors in this sentence?
I am renting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, renting. Okay. And Israel, can you read the next sentence? Correct the error if there is one.
Mm, it has many rooms and a large kitchen.
Very good. So many, not much. Okay. Can you read the sentence for me, please, Leo, and correct the mistake if there is one?
Maybe many. It is many more. It is much more cheaper than my old apartment.
Is there a mistake?
It's okay.
I think it's clear.
What do you think, Nikolai?
I don't see any mistakes.
Okay, so it is much cheaper.
Without more?
We don't say more.
Hmm.
Okay, so comparative adjective.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so this one, can you read this one for me? Nikolai, correct me mistake if there is one.
I pay $800 per month and utilities are not included. Um, I pay per month and utilities. Uh, hmm. Pay per month. Mm,
Do you see anything?
no.
Okay, there is nothing, it's fine. Okay, and this one, Israel.
It a nice place to live and settle down. Mm,
Mm,
the
okay,
mistake is it it is no it
yes,
is
it should be, it is. Mhm, very good. Okay, so here's some more words. Contract. Please read, Leo.
They are signing a contract to rent an apartment. Signing.
Yes, signing. Landlord, Nikolai.
My landlord is the person I pay rent to.
Mhm. To adapt, Israel.
it takes time to adapt to a new place.
Apartment complex, Leo.
I live in an apartment in a large apartment complex.
Mhm. Okay, Nikolai, please read this screen.
I rent a small apartment, but I would prefer to buy a house. I pay rent to my landlord every month.
Mhm. And,
Landlord.
okay, are you okay?
Okay.
Israel, can you read these two, please?
I don't like living in an apartment complex. I don't want to pay a large security deposit or rent every month.
Okay, don't forget to say the last letters, okay? Deposit. Deposit,
Deposit.
okay? Do you know what a security deposit is?
Mm,
Yeah? Does anybody know what a security deposit is? No? Okay.
Um,
What is it, Nikolai?
um, it is a payment for protection if you change your opinion and want to rent a apartment.
Well, sort of. When you rent the apartment, it might be furnished. Okay, so it means that you have furniture in the apartment, so you pay a security deposit for damages purposes. So if you damage the apartment, you don't get that money back.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay. And please read, oops, sorry, these two.
Mm-hmm. I signed a contract to buy my new house. I am adapting to my new neighborhood.
Okay. Are there any other words or phrases that you don't understand in this?
It's clear.
And it's okay.
Nikolai, are you okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's move forward then. So look at these below, these advertisements. Tell me what you think. Leo, can you read this one, please?
A studio apartment in the city center. Rent is 1,400 per month with a deposit of 4,000 euros.
Mm-hmm. For €1,000 deposit. Hmm. What do you think of this advert? Would you rent this apartment, Leo?
It's very expensive for me.
Yes, it's very expensive. Okay, and it's a studio apartment. What is a studio apartment?
Studio, it's a small apartment.
Mm-hmm. Does it have
And
bedrooms?
sometimes studio have bedroom, but it's a very small place, and apartments we can't we can't live all the time in apartments because we don't have
Much space?
registration.
Oh,
We can't registration in this place, so we can't go to school. We can't check into
oh,
some.
really?
Yeah,
Is
in
that how
Russia.
it is? Is it really? Wow. Well, that's difficult. So if you want, you mean in a studio apartment, you can't register it. But what about a apartment that has 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms? Can you register that one?
If apartment have many rooms, it's okay. It's but
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
apartment we can't registration.
So you have to have a house with 2 or 3 bedrooms. Yeah.
House it's okay. Yeah.
So a studio, sorry, so a normal apartment with 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, you can register that one? Or no?
No. No. It doesn't matter how many rooms apartments have. Apartments we can't registration.
Wow. It's good to know. Okay. What about this one? Nikolai, please read this one.
Modern apartment in the artist district for rent. No security deposit and utilities not included.
Okay, so this one is district.
District.
Can you understand what district means?
District. I can't explain in English what it is.
It means an area.
Oh.
A specific area. Okay. So it's the area where most artists live. We call it the artist district. Okay. Would you rent this apartment?
Artist district.
That means most artists live in that area. So you might have musicians, or you might have artists, or you might have sculptors, people who do performing arts or visual.
It's about Beverly Hills, or
No, not necessarily. It's just most creative people live in this area. People who do art or performance, they live in this area. That's what it means.
So why not?
Okay, but how much does it cost?
I don't know.
Exactly. Mhm. Exactly. Also, it might be a little bit, I don't know. I expect it could be either really expensive or really not a nice area. Be one or the other. Because artists are either making a lot of money or not. Yeah. Okay, so what about this one, Israel?
Comfortable suburban apartment, 600 per month, no security deposit. It's okay for me.
600 pounds a month? I would really need to know how many bedrooms are in this apartment.
Could be big because it's a comfortable.
Suburban. Where is the suburbs? Do you know what a suburban means?
Yeah, it means is outside the city.
Yes. So if it's outside the city, usually things cost less outside the city. So, and it's bigger. So you could be right. It could be a big place.
Yeah.
So the price is a little bit lower. So you could have like, at least I would expect it to have at least 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
No security deposit. What do you think, Leo? Would you go for this?
I don't know. I need to know how many time take road to the city and how
Yes.
many rooms.
Yes. How long it would take to travel to the city and
Yeah.
how many bedrooms? Yes. And I would also need to know, as it's in the suburbs, how close is it to public transport?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
How easy is it for me to get a bus or a train? Because if it's far away, I can't get to work. And taxis are expensive. So this one, Leo.
Large house in the country for sale.
200,000 pounds.
It's very expensive, so
For sale, okay?
maybe sometimes for sale, yes. I don't have so many cash, so sometimes maybe I will can buy it.
You will be able to.
He said he doesn't have
you-
enough cash, so he can't. So he won't be able to buy it. Because they're asking for cash. Yeah? So they want all of the money straight away.
No
They
credit.
don't want, understand now? They don't want you to have a mortgage, which is what you would normally do. You would go to the bank and you would pay every month. But they want all of the money in cash. Would you buy this house if you had the money in Israel?
No, I don't have this money.
But if you had the money, would you buy it?
Oh, I don't know. I I I have to see this place first.
Yes, I would be worried. I would wonder why they want in cash, because people don't usually say that. I mean, if I have the cash and I go to buy a house and I offer to pay in cash, that's different. But if they ask for cash, I might think maybe it's not their house. Or something else like that. Okay, so complete the sentences in the advertisement, okay? Israel, can you do this one, please, up to the full stop?
Okay. I am searching for a new apartment between the park and the city center.
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 Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. And Nikolai?
I would love to have 2 bedrooms and a large kitchen.
Okay. And Leo, can you do these two, please?
I can afford I can afford a deposit of 800 a month
You're going to
rent.
pay every month?
I
Okay.
can afford a rent of 800 a month, and I can also pay a deposit when I move in.
Yes. Are you okay, Nikolai?
Mhm.
Okay, good. So can you write your advertisement? Okay. So for a home for each of, let's see, 2. Okay. 2 of these people. For example, what kind of place do you think she would want? She could rent a modern apartment close to the hospital, fully furnished. Okay. 850 euros a month. So this is a family. How many bedrooms do you think they need? Do you think they want furnished or unfurnished? How much do you think they could pay? Okay. So Leo, can you do this one, please? And this one?
Family of 4, I think.
Writing, okay? Writing in the chat.
Okay.
And Nikolai, can you do this one, please? For a dog and a lady. Okay.
Mhm.
Now you have to remember, not all landlords allow pets. Some of them do, some of them do not. Okay. How much would it
Wait.
cost? Okay. And this is an elderly couple. How many rooms do they want? What kind of place do you think they need? Okay, Israel.
Yeah. Okay.
And remember, they're older people, so they might have a problem with stairs. So you might mention what floor. Do you understand what I mean when I say floor?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. the advert, Nikolai. So for example, on this one, it says, modern apartment close to the hospital, fully furnished. Okay. So write yours like this. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So write your advert something like this. So what kind of apartment would she want? And what special things would she need for with the house or place to live? What special things would she need if she has a dog? She mentioned 1 bedroom. Yeah. So you could say 1 bedroom apartment available. What else would you say? Nikolai, are you okay?
Mhm.
What special things? What is especially as she has a dog, what does she need when she rents somewhere?
Mm,
She need park.
um, mm, mm, uh, Permission from her neighbors?
No,
No?
it's like
No?
Leo says, she needs a park. She needs a garden or a
Ah,
park near the apartment because she needs to walk her dog.
ah.
Yeah. So if you mention like the way they write it here, modern apartment. So it could be modern studio apartment with garden. Okay.
Mhm.
Or 1 bedroom, ground floor apartment with garden. Okay, something like that. And you mentioned no deposit because the dog can sometimes destroy somewhere. So yes, no deposit. That's good. Okay.
Mhm.
And does she want something very expensive or not too expensive?
Not expensive.
Okay. So how much would she want to pay for rent?
Maybe 400.
Yeah, 400 euros a month. That should be okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Israel says, yes, they are looking for a house to buy. Is that it? Because you say $50,000. So how many bedrooms? 1 bedroom, maybe 2. Okay, so first floor, very good idea because they don't want to walk upstairs because they're elderly. Okay, and it's quiet neighborhood, yes. Okay. So you might say 2-bedroom house in quiet neighborhood for sale, $50,000. Okay. Leo, what about you?
I think they need big apartments with 2 or 3 bedrooms because they have 2
2
children.
children. Okay, so how would you
Big,
write your advert?
hmm?
How would you write your advertisement? What would you say?
I don't understand. Sorry.
This is an advertisement. The way
Mm-hmm.
this is written. How would you write yours?
Apartments with 2 or 3 bedrooms.
Okay, two you have to say how many. So 3-bedroom apartment.
Ah, okay, sorry. 3-bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's 700 per month.
Finish?
Fully finished, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about utilities? Are they included with the rent?
Included, yeah.
And what about the security deposit?
If it rent, deposit need,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
because children can,
Damage. Mm-hmm.
yes, something.
Yes. Very good. Okay, so think of some questions that you would ask a landlord when you go to rent an apartment. Mm-hmm. What questions would you ask a landlord about the house when you go to rent? Okay, so think about 3 questions that you would ask. Write them in the chat, okay?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean Israel? Are there any other costs?
Any other cost? Okay.
Yes, because sometimes when you rent an apartment, you might have to pay the deposit, and also the rent, but sometimes you might have to pay for what we call maintenance.
Yeah.
Have you heard the word before? So
Mm.
maintenance, that means especially in an apartment, you might
For
have to pay for people to clean the hall, not inside of your house, but the general area.
yeah,
Yeah. And
or
that is,
repair something, right?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that is extra cost you have to pay every time.
Yeah.
Or in the UK, we pay council tax for property. So a type of property tax to the council every month. So if you're renting, the landlord will decide whether you pay it or whether he's paying for it. So we always ask if the landlord is paying the tax, the property tax, or if we are paying it, because that adds a lot of extra money to your rent.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
So you could say okay. Are there any other costs or charges? Yeah. And also, so you're renting an apartment. Do you want a Mhm.
Mhm.
Do you want an apartment that is furnished or unfurnished? And then if it's unfurnished, do you pay a deposit, a security deposit, if it's unfurnished? Do you understand? I usually like to negotiate the security deposit. If it's unfurnished, it's my furniture that I'm putting in there. So I shouldn't have to pay for a security deposit because you're not fixing my furniture. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So are utilities included with the rent? Yes. And if it's not included with the rent, what is the average cost of utilities per month? Do you understand? So
Mm.
if utilities are not included,
More or less.
how much do they usually come up to every month? So you know how much extra.
Mhm.
One last thing you might want to ask about, what do you think? Like you mentioned, the elderly couple want to live in what kind of neighborhood? Israel, when you wrote the advert for the elderly couple, what kind of area do they want to buy the house in?
I don't understand you very well.
Okay, so for the elderly couple, you says do you think they need a quiet neighborhood?
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to ask about that. So you go to rent an apartment, you might want to ask, is it quiet?
Okay.
Yes.
I think
Is it
I
noisy?
got it. I think this couple, uh,
No. I mean, questions for your landlord. You might want to ask your landlord about the neighborhood. If the neighborhood is quiet or noisy.
okay,
Yes.
okay,
Say that. Okay. Let's do this one. So imagine you want to rent an apartment.
Mhm.
Write an apartment with 3 sentences about the apartment. And a classmate will decide which apartment to move into. Okay, not writing, but talking. Okay. So
Mhm.
give me 3 choices, okay? Leonid, 3 choices of apartments.
I need 3 rooms apartment because I have
No. Listen, you're writing an advert, so I will read it or Nikolai will read it. So it should say 3-bedroom apartment to rent or for sale. Understand?
mm-hmm,
Yeah. So instead of I need, you should say 3-bedroom apartment for sale.
3
Okay.
bedroom
Or 2
apartment.
or studio or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Okay. So what else can you tell me? Okay.
What I don't understand. Sorry.
So you doing this.
Right? Okay. 3 bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm. What else could you tell me about that apartment? Are
Uh,
utilities
how
included?
many rooms?
Mhm.
Is this apartment?
So you say 3-bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm.
How much does it cost?
How much is it cost?
How much is the rent?
The rent is 500 euros.
500 euros. Okay, so that is very cheap. Okay, so what area?
I think it's in the city.
500 euros in the city. Okay,
Yeah.
so €500. What about the deposit? Do I have to pay a deposit or not?
I can pay deposit something like 500 euros too.
Am I allowed to have pets?
No, it's without pets.
Okay, so you might want to write something like, say if you were writing an advertisement, are they included or not?
Not included. So I can pay for the utilities.
Okay, so this is what you need to do. Okay, so it says write an advertisement. This is an advertisement. So all the information you told me, 3-bedroom apartment in city center, 500 euros plus 1 month's deposit, no pets, utilities not included. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
okay. Can you do one, Nikolai? I think it sounds like, okay.
1 bedroom um, in city center too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, Utilities are included.
Mm-hmm.
I think 400 euros.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. No pets too. No pets too.
No pets. Mm-hmm. What about a deposit?
Um, the, um, I think no deposit.
Okay, okay. So my second option. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what about yours, Israel?
I think I need what bedroom apartment in the suburbios.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And is it furnished or unfinished?
Finish. I think 300 euros. 300 euros per month, and plus 1 month deposit.
Okay, is it furnished or unfurnished?
Finish.
Furnished. Okay. So now this is saying that you are the landlord, okay? And you are advertising the apartment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to choose one of these, well, I like pets. I like animals. And so I might choose this one because he didn't say I couldn't have pets. Yeah, that means I could negotiate with my landlord to have a pet. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So do you understand how to use the vocabulary now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to do homework, okay? Because it
Okay.
will help you to remember what you did in class. So please fill in the gaps
Mm-hmm.
and then write 2 lists of words that you didn't know. Okay, and then name your list so that you remember them. And then write down your favorite words that you learned today in class, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then make some cards to help you remember those words so that you can use them if you have an opportunity, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And go to the sentences that you read, the sample sentences, and choose 5 of those sentences with the words that you just learned so you could actually see how to use them, okay? And that's it. Okay. Do you have any questions about today's class?
No.
No, thank you.
No
Okay,
question.
great. I hope to see you all again, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Это был один из самых унылых уроков. Я не знаю, это тяжело. Тяжело. Я, наверное, бахну ей 3 звезды, я не знаю.